Before we start, make sure to subscribe to the channel. They say forgiveness is divine, but divinity is for the dead. The living have no luxury to forgive, only to remember, adapt, and strike. I have seen empires crumble not by the swords of their enemies, but by the softness of their hearts. A prince who forgives his traitors invites more betrayal. Let the clergy preach forgiveness to maintain control, but let the wise man, the ruler, the survivor remember everything. For in memory lies power. You do not win by being noble. You win by being necessary, and nothing is more necessary than remembrance. If you forgive without calculation, you surrender your advantage. You tell your enemies, "Harm me freely. I am too kind to resist." They will test that kindness again and again until you are ruined. The man who forgives once will be asked to forgive forever. But the man who remembers, he is feared. Let them believe you are gracious. Smile, nod, but write their name in your ledger, not to punish impulsively, but to balance the books when the time is right. That is power. Vengeance is not rage, it is balance. Forgiveness is not freedom, it is surrender. The one who remembers is not bitter. He is prepared. And in politics, in war, in life, preparation is everything. What fool walks back into the jaws that once crushed him and calls it healing? No, the wise man studies the beast that bit him, learns its hunger, and builds weapons in silence. He does not post his pain for sympathy. He polishes it into steel. A prince must be a fox to recognize traps and a lion to frighten wolves. Forgiveness removes the teeth of both. If your enemy believes he can betray you without cost, you are not feared, you are forgotten. And that is the death of power. The greatest revenge is resurrection, rising so high that your name becomes thunder in the minds of those who wronged you. And you do that by remembering. Inscribe it in stone. There are two kinds of memory, one that chains you to the past, and one that builds your throne on top of it. You must choose the second. You must become the architect of consequences, not the victim of repetition. Every wound is a lesson. Every betrayal is a blueprint. Those who wronged you have written your playbook. Forgive them, and you burn it. Remember, and you use it. Do not be the noble fool. Real healing is not forgetting. It is transforming. It is becoming untouchable through understanding. Forgiveness may ease your heart, but memory harms your mind. And in this world, the mind wins wars, the heart can't survive. Remember the lies. Remember who clapped when you lost. Not to hate them, but to never trust them again. Your enemies will dress their guilt in flowers and call you cruel for remembering. Let them. Your silence unsettles them, and your calm makes them uneasy. That is power. Forgiveness is for saints, but you are not here to be a martyr. You are here to win, to build, to dominate. For that, you need memory unforgiving and unapologetic. The weak forgive because they need to feel like the better person. The strong remember because they refuse to be the victim again. This world doesn't reward purity. It rewards strategy. And memory is the root of all strategy. When someone lies to you, believe them the first time. When they betray you, reward them with distance. This isn't cruelty. It's clarity. Your memory must become your fortress, your discipline, your army, because power built by memory is eternal. Do you ever wonder what it truly means to leave a legacy? It's not just about what you leave behind, but the power you build and share during your lifetime. Think about the great leaders, innovators, and artists throughout history. Their power wasn't just in their titles or wealth. It was in their vision, their resilience, and their ability to inspire change. They built something that lasted far beyond their own years. So, how can we build our own legacy? It starts with small, powerful actions every single day. It's about chasing your passion, lifting others up, and standing firm in your beliefs. True power isn't about control. It's about influence and impact. It's the positive ripple effect you create in the world. What will your legacy be? Start building it today. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more inspiration. Strong men observe. The reason most people seek forgiveness is not because they are moral. It is because they are mentally undisciplined. Their emotions flood them. Their pain overpowers them. And so they release it the only way they know how. By forgiving the ones who hurt them, hoping it will silence the noise in their own head. But Machiavelli would laugh, because the truth is clear. Forgiveness is emotional laziness. Memory is mental warfare. And if you wish to master your fate, you must train your mind for it. Your memory must become your private army. And like any army, it needs structure. You do not hold grudges. That is emotional chaos. You document offenses. You record patterns. You study betrayal not for drama, but for data. Every person who wrongs you becomes a case study, a file in the vault. And you reread those files not to get angry again, but to grow sharper, colder, harder to manipulate. This is how power is built. Not with forgiveness, but with psychological armor. Discipline your mind to replay moments not with pain, but with analysis. Ask, why did I let that happen? What blind spot did they exploit? What did they see in me that made them think I would tolerate it? When you begin to think like this, you transform your past into a strategy manual. And every scar becomes a symbol of superior understanding. Control your emotions, not by pretending they don't exist, but by never letting them drive your actions. You feel everything, but you react to nothing until it's time. That is the Machiavellian way. That is how you become untouchable. Let the weak react. Let them cry and scream and forgive you. You refine. You calculate. You evolve. And when people ask, why are you so guarded? You smile. Because you know the ones who ask that question are usually the very ones who once forced you to build that guard. You are not here to please anyone. You are not here to play the victim. You are here to become a master of your own reality. And to do that, you must remember every lesson life has handed you, especially the brutal ones, especially the betrayals, especially the nights you spent staring at the ceiling, wondering how you got played. Never forget those nights. Never numb them with fake forgiveness. Instead, turn them into your training ground. Write it down, document it, learn from it. Not just who hurt you, but how they did it, and more importantly, how you allowed it. Because once you know that, you are dangerous. Because it will never happen again. And the world is terrified of people who learn from pain instead of drowning in it. This is not vengeance. This is intelligence. This is not bitterness. This is memory, sharpened like a knife. Because the one who remembers wins. So when they ask you why you're so calm, why you don't engage, why you simply walk away, let them wonder, let them talk, let them forget. But you remember everything. Because forgiveness is for the weak. And your mind is a fortress. Legacy is not built in forgiveness. It is not carved from soft apologies or polished by merciful hands. Legacy is built with memory, sharp, deliberate, and utterly unyielding. The world never bows to the kind. It bows to the unforgettable. Those you can't forget aren't the ones you forgave. They're the ones you remember in silence, in strategy, in strength. People will always test you. They'll betray you, take from you, and then expect forgiveness is their right. Why? Because forgiveness makes you harmless. It makes you forgettable. But the moment you choose memory over mercy, everything changes. You become unpredictable. You become dangerous. You become free. The world doesn't respect the forgiving. It respects the ones who remember the betrayal and rise so far above it that they make the offender feel microscopic. Real power isn't about screaming for revenge. It's about moving in complete silence, fueled by memory. Revenge comes when they see you become everything they swore you couldn't be. Let your absence scream louder than your forgiveness ever could. When your memory is your weapon and your silence is your shield, you no longer need closure. You are closure. Follow for more.